Hey everybody, welcome back to Vanta EDC. I'm going to be unboxing, I hate using that word. I'm going to be opening a new knife. Alright, and I'm going to open and talk at the same time, so without trying to make sure I don't show any personal info. And I'm using this Vosti Labrador that I actually just opened from Vosti, and I'm hoping is a good knife. So yes, this knife, I don't know what I'm going to put in the title, how much information I'm going to give away, but yeah, this is a knife that I handled at Blade Show. Do not show my name. Okay, I'm just going to do this off camera, but I'll keep talking. This is an initial test on the Vosti Labrador. Basically, I handled this. Oh, look at that. Alright, I'll pull this all out in one fell swoop. I handled this at Blade Show, Texas, and I didn't. You may have, if you watched my Blade Show Texas haul video. I also hate using that word, honestly. I hate all these keywords that YouTubers use. Anyway, I went to the ProTech booth. That was the first booth I went to, and I bought my Mordex, which I'm a very proud owner of. This Mordex, which is, I have been fidgeting the crap out of it, and literally I've been fidgeting with it so much, and I think this blade is so heavy that the pivot is, that's why the blade has a little bit of wiggle in it. I tightened it down, added Loctite, but I didn't clean the pivot, so I think it still got wiggly, so I need to like take it out, clean it thoroughly, and then add some significant Loctite. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So I handled this knife at the booth, at the ProTech booth as well, and I decided not to get it because I wanted to go to other booths and see what else there was without spending my somewhat limited budget. So I didn't get it, and I've already, of the 3 knives that I bought at Blade Show, this is the only one that I still have because the other 2 were just not for me. And so I sold those off, and I bought this with the money that I sold those off with. So, I was not expecting to get the ProTech bag because I got this with the, actually when I went to Blade Show. So yeah, this is from PVK. If you guys don't know about PVK, they are a big, especially big Microtech, ProTech, and just general like auto OTF dealer. So I think they even have, they've had their own exclusive ProTechs, and I'm not sure if they've had exclusive Microtechs, but yeah. If you don't know about people, oh, that's sick. Real American Knife Shop. That's cool. It's a sticker in the a la like 70s comics, 90s comics. I like that. That's dope. I don't know where that's gonna go, but it's gonna go somewhere. All right, cool. Let's just shove that off to the side. So let's just get into this. Here, boom, boom, boom. Oh, they even went to the trouble of putting packing peanuts in the package. Well, you know, it's not a cheap knife, so I guess I appreciate that. So, standard ProTech bag. Oh wow, that's tinier than I remember, honestly. So I did get to handle this knife. This is, goodness gracious. Could I be more of a dunce with this? Okay, just rip the bag, that's fine, whatever. I have handled this. This is the ProTech PT Plus, and this, oh my gosh, it is greasy. It's got some real lube on it. Get some of that crap off. Wow, it is wet. I'm wondering if that's from ProTech or if that's from PVK. Anyway, all right. PT Plus, Blade Show exclusive. Where's the numbering? Numbering 62 of 100. So there were only 100 of these numbered, and I'm sure there were some prototypes, but yeah, the reason I got this is because after I did handle this, and then I handled actually a few other PT Pluses throughout the show. That was my first time handling it, and it's like the perfect EDC size in my mind. I'm not that, I used, like when I first got into knives, I was like really into the idea of having autos, but they're not as fidgety because it takes more effort to close them. So it's like slower to actually just constantly open and close them, which of course is so juvenile for some people, but to me, honestly, I end up fidgeting with my knives more than actually slicing anything with them. So the fidgetiness of a knife is important to me. Take that for what you will. So, yes, so this is not my first time seeing this model and this particular version of this model, but even still, I am very excited to have it in my possession, because when I came back from Blade Show, I already was feeling some regret that I went with some of the knives that I bought instead of buying this when I could have. So I'm really glad I got this at store, show price, without, and I think, I don't know if this is kosher to say this, but like there was no sales tax or shipping from PBK. So like literally I got it for the price I would have got it if I got it at a Blade Show, which is amazing. I would never have thought that possible. So yeah. Oh man, I really like how they do this. That's so cool. I've never had like an abalone inlay anything, so that's pretty cool to me. So yeah, here we go. Let's so far, other than it being super wet out of the box, it looks good to me. I don't see any defects. I mean, there's some smudging there, but whatever. All right, so let's open this. Ready? Oh wow, holy crap. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know how, I don't think this translates fully through the camera, but like when I feel it hit its stop, it is swinging. Holy crap. I do not have any autos like that are close to this. I don't have many autos to begin with. Like I have a Kershaw Launch 11, which is a tiny one. It's honestly just a bit smaller than this, but definitely does not kick this hard. Holy cow. That's awesome. And okay, yes, there it is, MagnaCut. So, and I believe ProTech is doing all their MagnaCut at minimum 63 HRC. So this is a good user type MagnaCut. Of course, this is a nice knife, so I don't know how hard I'm going to use this, but I definitely plan on carrying it. It's not going to be a true safe queen or anything like that. But yeah, man, that first impressions, it fires. If you never handled a ProTech, man, that's not a joke. That is fun. Like I could drive people off the wall just doing this all day, man. Yeah. So I mean, you know, I love that abalone button. I love how hard it fires. You know, love how it's a MagnaCut. If you know the like I believe the older PT, so this is the PT Plus. They used to do the PT. So this is, for those of you who don't know, this is a Strider Knives design. This is the smaller version of SNG, which is smaller than the SMF. Basically, there's like three size tiers, and so this is the smallest size tier. But that was the original PT. So ProTech did make a PT for a while, but then they sized it up a tiny bit. And so for me, notice when I'm not choked up onto the choil, it's still like I still am on the whole handle. I'm not sliding off. And then the choil is big enough to where I can choke up on it, and then I'm definitely not sliding off at all. So that was part of the reason why I wanted this knife, because it felt like the perfect ergonomic mini auto, not something too small. And then there's, you know, still plenty of blade length for doing general EDC stuff. So yeah, the fact that it was in quality, you know, a high HRC MagnaCut, that's supposed to be the optimal performance, I believe. There's videos. Laren Thomas, inventor of MagnaCut, has a video on YouTube about optimal hardness for MagnaCut. I haven't watched all of it yet, but I will, and you should too if you care. So, but yeah, man, action strong. Centering looks very good. The thing that helps is you can see the seam right there, and you can see how well, yep, the tip aligns with the seam of the two scales. So it's definitely centered well. I'd be curious to see, like, I'd be curious how much over time this might walk loose, but, you know, hopefully it doesn't. Just because, man, it freaking fires hard, dude. So, yeah. Lock up, let's see. I do feel some horizontal play. Forward and back, nothing. Tiny bit of horizontal play. So I'll try tightening that up later and see if that goes away. Man, this is too fun. All right, but yeah, okay, so in terms of ergonomics, so as I mentioned, the grip is nice here, it's nice here for me. I have smaller hands, so I mean, if you have bigger hands, you probably should go with the SNG. If you have like XL gloves, don't go with this. This is probably too tiny, unless you, I mean, honestly, I guess in the choked up grip, it's not too tiny, but like doing just this grip, honestly, that feels weird. Like the way that the handle shape, it feels weird to grip it just like this. I feel like I'm just naturally gonna want to hold it like this, and it's like even more natural because the bend here in the scales wants to go into the crook of my palm better in this grip versus this grip. It's kind of too far up. So anyway, Yeah, one of the general things that I've heard positive about Strider knives, man, this blade is real grease. One of the positives about Strider knives that a lot of people like is just how ergonomically melty it can be. So yeah, man, that's exciting. And then I like that it has the jimping both on the scales and then up onto the blade here, so you can definitely get good traction, choking up, pushing through stuff, pulling through, pushing through, whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, and then so the texturing, I like that there's texturing. And I've mentioned it, if you watch my video on this Malibu, it's basically the exact same texture pattern. Like, I don't think there's any significant yeah, it looks the exact same pattern. I don't love the aesthetic of it, but the function of it is great. You can't complain about the function, and function over form sometimes. So if they come out with a different milling pattern on one of these, I could see myself like wanting to go for that, because in some ways I feel like this is too busy, like, which sounds dumb because it's a really like bland diamond pattern, but it's just like, maybe it's because it's like the whole scale. If they did it like just here in the largest portion of the handles, I would not mind it. Like if it was like a pseudo bolster look or something, it would look a lot cleaner, I think. Like if they did some bordering and then did texture within the border, I think that would look really clean. Like that's why, one of the things I love about this Mordax is they did the texturing not all over, that they create this pseudo bolster. Anyway, this is not a comparison video. So I don't love the way it looks, but I do love the functionality it affords, because this is super smooth without the texturing here. So yeah, hot spots, I think choked up, I don't really feel it because my hand is cupped enough around the clip. When I'm here, yeah, I guess I could see the bill of the clip. It's basically, again, I think ProTech is, yeah, like, I don't know if you can tell, but those clips look basically identical. I think they might just be using the same clip design and like, I think that's the same on the Mordax too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just using the exact same clips. Let's see, make sure I can line that up. The exact same clips for all these knives. So, it's not a bad clip design by any means. So, and it's nice they just like they do with the other textured knives, they don't mill, they keep this part smooth underneath the clip so that there's less friction when you're sliding in and out of the pocket. So that's great. I appreciate that they think about that on all the designs that they have texturing on. So yeah, this edge, let's look at this blade. That bevel looks fairly uniform. It's a little thinner right here, but other than that, it's better than my Malibu, honestly. Yeah, it's DLC coded, has the Strider logo on the show side rather than the ProTech logo, which is common on most ProTechs, like on the Mordax here, even though this is a Ferrum Forge design. Yeah, so the Strider logo is up front and the ProTech's on the back, and then the Magna Cut on the clip side as well. So yeah, it is, for you lefties, unfortunately, it is not a ambi clip possible knife. Yeah, ProTech doesn't seem like, sometimes they create lefty specific versions of models, but I don't think a lot of their models are ambi capable. So yeah, that's unfortunate for you guys. Sorry, but yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to having this. I could definitely see this being like, because this is small enough of a footprint, I feel like, to where it could be a good, like just comparing it even to the Malibu here, like it's definitely, well, it's a little shorter, right? It's definitely wider, but it's a little shorter. So I don't know if this could fit all the way into like a watch pocket, a fifth pocket type knife. But I could see myself carrying this as a secondary carry, like either this or my Mordax being the primary kind of deal. So look at me with all the textured ProTechs. That's going to be an Insta photo at some point, right? So yeah, anyway, man, happy I got this. And honestly, at least, yeah, I really love this button. That's why like on this Mordax, it's the mosaic pin, like brass pins or whatever it is. I wish I got there's the California Custom Knife Show, they had this exact same Mordax, but the button was an abalone button. I honestly think I would like to have the abalone button better, but that's still a great knife. There's not really much to complain about there. So anyway, I really like the abalone button. It really provides this nice subtle, not even subtle, it provides a small amount of pop on otherwise very stealthy looking blade. So yeah, this will definitely be getting, 1 month or 3 month review or something like that. Excited to carry this and, use this high quality magnet cut, so to speak. So yeah, if you have any questions, or, you have an experience with the PT Plus, or, want to, kind of pick my brain, or if you haven't gotten to handle one yourself and you have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Yeah, man. All right, well, hope you enjoyed this. Take care.